Hi, thanks for tuning in to LoneStar Flavors. Today, we have a special guest, Miss Kajara, the spiritual teacher. But before we get into the interview, let me show you how to cook. We have baby spinach with pineapple. There go my spinach, teaspoon of baking powder to put on there, my olive oil, my mushroom, hot pepper, cilantro, tomatoes, pineapple, green onions. These are my seasonings here. I have chicken cubes, black pepper, complete seasoning, Cajun seasoning. There are plenty on the side because we're going to use the pineapple itself, the middle part, as a bowl. I will start with my olive oil. I will do half a cup. I will add my spinach, half a teaspoon of baking powder on it to keep the grains fresh and green. I have my chicken cubes, like I said, black pepper, complete seasoning, and Cajun seasoning. And I have my mushroom, my tomatoes, green onions, cilantro, hot pepper. The last thing we're going to put in the spinach, pineapple.
I am Rekhit Kajara Nia Yaa. I am the founder of the Rekhit Arts Temple. I am an author, an educator, a healer, and priestess. I'm a grandmother, mother and grandmother. I'm a community activist and ambassador of wellness, a nature lover, earth keeper, warrior for the people, and I consider myself to be a freedom fighter. And I have many titles.
I can tell. What is a spiritual leader?
Ooh, a spiritual leader is one who works, and actually I serve the community as well as the spiritual realm. And so I did not aspire to be a leader. It happened over time as I was doing my work. I began to teach classes, and I have taught many people, and that moved me to that status of being a leader.
Spiritual leader, spirituality. I don't understand it, but I get it because I feel it. For some reason, I feel it. I see you have a lot of symbols of Egypt. Can you tell me when it came to you, said, this is what I want to do? What makes spirituality different from a denomination, different other religion, denomination like Baptist, Catholic, Episcopalian? What makes it different?
When I was younger, I learned about Christianity. I went to Baptist church, Episcopal. I went to the mosque with the Muslims. I went to the Jehovah's Witness place. I had an opportunity to learn about the Creator from different places, and it led me to want to know more because I loved what I was learning, but I also understood that there was more to learn. And so I began going on this quest, on this journey to really find out what was before Christianity, what was before Islam, what was before, these religions that we know about. And it led me to learning about African traditional spiritual systems. And also, I was an avid reader. So I also learned about mythology and different spiritual systems from around the world. And I began to understand that all the religions basically teach the same thing. I truly did not. When I was younger, I never thought that I was going to be a writer or a spiritual leader. It's something that really called me and came to me, and I stepped into it. And I'm very thankful for it.
Good. You answered one of my questions. Okay. But before we continue the conversation, let's eat.
Well, my mother actually was very open to me learning about international cultures.
Good.
So she did take me to several museums, and of course when I would go there, I would be drawn to the African exhibits. I was especially drawn to the Egyptian exhibits and culture, and I would just stay there as long as I could with the artwork and everything. It just drew me. I currently have written and published 13 books. One of them is a part of my Oracle card system also. I have 3 children's books.
Wow.
And I focus on health and wellness. So I have books that really teach about healing the mind, body, and spirit.
Healing the mind, body, and spirit. I'm happy you said that because going through the spiritual belief, one question I have in mind, I want you to please help me understand. If you're not feeling well in the body, do you guys go to the hospital for medical help, or you believe you can heal yourself?
So we do work to heal ourselves, first and foremost. I will only go to the hospital if it's something that I cannot handle. I study herbs and other ways to heal. So yeah, that's my first choice, to do it myself.
How you see your connection with Africa? Because some part of Africa, before we have medical doctors, you know, we healed ourselves through herbs.
When I did go to Egypt, I did feel very at home. And I didn't have any problems at all. The people there were very loving and caring. They kept saying, "Look at me, I'm your cousin."
Exactly.
So I consider myself to be African-centered, which means that I learned as much as I could about African culture, African history, and I incorporate it into the way that I live, and the way that I think, the way that I speak as much as possible. And I appreciate African culture. You know, I can't even say which one I love the most, but I do know that, you know, it's a very rich culture that we have. And, you know, I'm a child of Africa, you know.
You gotta embrace the culture.
You know, it's very important that we eat more vegetables, more raw foods. Unfortunately, in this country, they have a lot of poison and toxins that they put in the food. A lot of chemicals, preservatives, even plastic. So we have to be very careful and be more intentional about our health.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm glad you like this meal. Maybe it'll inspire you to eat more vegetables.
Until next time, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.